Welcome, children. Let's look at a video and the decide. Will you help the old man in this situation, children? Now, the old man is asking the help of a strong man to cross the road. Will he help him? And let's look at what he's saying. And he's saying, replying to the old man that he will not help him. He has other things to do. And the man is going away. And now, again, a boy comes here and he asks him if he helps him. And again, the boy says he will help him. What did you see in this video, children? What did you understand actually? If you are in the position of the blind man, what will you do? Let's look at an activity. Pick out an instance of humanity from your life, and thus starts the chapter. Now, let's look at further about this chapter. This chapter is written by E.v Lucas. He's a famous essayist of English literature. Okay, children, let's move on to this chapter. Let's see what happens here. The Schoolful Sympathy is a story about Miss Beam's school, and this school is a truly special school where children, or even with disability, are treated equally with the normal children. And let's read further the story. He's saying that when he arrived at school, he saw a girl about 12 years with her eyes covered with bandage and a little boy helping her going to the room. And Miss Bean was all that I had expected, the middle-aged and authoritative kind and outstanding woman who was converting a homesick child actually. So here the narrator has arrived at a school. That school's name is Miss Bean School, which is run by Miss Bean herself. And in this school, he sees a beautiful child walking with a tie on her eyes. It means that the child is blind, and a little boy is also walking along with him. And then goes the story. We chatted for a while, and when I asked her some questions about her teaching methods, which I heard was simple, she said, we teach only those things that are simple and useful to people spellings, adding, subtracting, multiplying, writing, etc. The rest is done by reading to them and giving them interesting tasks. There are practically no other lessons. I haven't heard her so much about, I said, but the originality of your system. Yes, I coming to that. And now, children, let's look at an extra word which I'm going to teach you today. That is peeping. Look at this image, children, and what do you see? A girl is actually trying to look out of her towel that is being closed her eyes. That is actually can be called as peeping. She's peeping at something. And now let's move on to the story. The real aim of the school is not to teach thought but thoughtfulness, humanity, kindness, and citizenship. These four are the basic values which the chapter teaches. That is the ideal I have always said, and happily, there are parents good enough to trust me to try and put it into practice. Look out of the window a minute. Now, children, try to read the story silently. I'll be giving you some questions after this. Okay, children, what is the title of the story? The title of the story is The School for Sympathy. Good. Who is the author of the story? Yes, E.v Lucas is the author of this famous story. And who are all the characters in the story? Very good. Miss Bean and E.v Lucas. This is basic conversation between them. What is the plot of the story, children? The plot of the story takes place in the disabled school where and what happens further. Now think of the theme that we being introduced. There are some values I have told you before. They are honesty and other values. And not a lot to discuss further. And look at this image, children. What do you mean by the term authoritative? It means right to give orders, making decisions, power to rule. And look at this. What do you mean by the word middle aged? Let's try to identify the image. It means a stage between early adulthood and old age. And now look at the next image. What is happening here? Is the woman comforting her? Yes. Comforting means peace, calm, and reassurance. Look at this image and identify it. It means thoughtfulness. which means considerate, attentive, and reflective. What is the real aim of Miss Beam's school? Towards the end of the story, Miss Beam is telling us the real aim of Miss Beam's school was not to teach so many subjects to students, but to teach about the values of humanity. So, what do you think the writer had wanted about it? The writer heard a lot about Miss Beam's school. And let's say, do you think Miss Beam's school is different from other schools and how? Let's look at the answer, children. Silently copy down the answer to your notes. What all things did the authors so in this school? Yes, very good. The answer is here. Let's do an activity today. Prepare the features of Miss Beam. I have given you some of the qualities in these clouds and try to find out which all qualities. Now, children, let's learn new grammar. What is a regular verb? Okay, very good. Okay, let's conclude this story and I'll be giving a homework today. Write a diary entry of E.v Lucas. Yeah, here is a model of the diary entry I had written. Copy down. So, children, today we learned about the new chapter and also I have given you a homework and copy down the homework to your notes and do. Thank you.